Well. What do we have here? Well. What do we have here? Whoops, I'm doing some feedback. Yep, I am realizing that and I'm turning that off. I'm doing some feedback. Yep, I am. Echo. Oh, let's test the timer. So, uh, where's my broccoli? Yeah, sure. That's the side. Nice. So, stopwatch. I'll put 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, less than 5 seconds. Nice. It was a YouTube setting for me. Apparently, my computer has a good enough encoder. So, I see that there's the two famous the friendly troublemakers, which is Jim and Corky. Uh, I'll wait for a bit more people. I'm gonna turn on the trains in the meantime. I'm sure people's gonna be happy to see trains running when they join in. Oh, I forgot most of my train. I thought my camera had frozen because I didn't see the cars move, but nope, camera was fine. The train wasn't. All right, so let's put them up to a good speed, not too fast, but fast enough that we see them often. And one got stuck on uneven track. I'll be right back. All right. Has anyone joined in? Oh yes. Tweetsy Railroad 192. Hello, Tweetsy. All right. So let's see. Let's see what's happening. That's good. Alright, so, welcome here, Tweetsy. I don't know if this is your first time. I don't recognize your names, but I'm bad at with names, so it might be on me. I I don't have any workers benefit because I don't have the need for any moderator for now. I'll wait until I become popular enough to have spammers to come, but I'm not popular enough to have uh, so we'll see how it goes. So Tweetsy, since you're new, welcome to my channel. I used to do more videos. Now I'm just gonna mute myself. At first I wanted to hear everything was fine, but now that I know it's fine, I don't want to hear myself. Yeah, well, I'm gonna ban you. It's not because I don't need multiple moderators. That doesn't mean I can't ban your accounts. Um, but yeah, so to come back to what I was saying, to see, welcome to the channel. I used to make a lot more YouTube videos. Now I do less because life keeps me busy, but I do at least one live stream a week to try to keep my channel active, and also because it's fun and quite frankly easier because you don't have to edit after you film multiple times everything you've done because you realize you messed up something during the take. So there's that. I have an N scale layout, which is why my name is Kevin's Tiny Trains. HO scale isn't exactly big, so I'll leave it as that. Even though Corky thinks otherwise, I should change it. But tonight we're not going to focus on the N scale stuff because I haven't changed much, if any. But I did work on my HO scale layout. I extended the bench work, and I'm slowly adding to it. I did my slot car track on it, which I'm quite happy with. The bench work is not final. This is a 4x10 currently, but it's going to be an L shape later. It's going to be almost 10x10, which I'm quite excited about. Trying to think. Tonight we're going to do some train. I'm going to change some trains around just to have some variety running, but I'll probably focus a bit more on the slot car stuff. Might disappoint some people, might not. Let's see what happens. What would you like to see? I can change trains already. I can wait a little later. I can run some slot cars. Let me know what you want to see, Tweetsy, sorry. Yeah. HO611. No, unfortunately I do not. I don't have a lot of HO stuff. I have the F unit currently running, GP9BN currently running. I have an SD40 from Bachmann right here. I have a GP40 from Bachmann right here. I have a CN, another CN, but another GP9, like the Burlington Northern. I have also, I'll just grab them, it's going to take a second. I have a Via Rail F40PH pre-rebuild, and I have 4 cars to pull behind it. I have another Burlington Northern, but this time is just a second, I just want to make sure I don't mess it up. B30-7 from Burlington Northern, and it's underneath here, but I have a pair of E8s from CP Rail. Well, paint scheme's a little not super accurate, but Action Red CP Rail E unit with some passenger car to pull behind that one as well. I could take them out. I'm gonna actually take them out now because the longer I'll wait, the more complicated it's gonna be with everything running around the layout. So, passenger car are gonna wait, but the engines are coming out. So, I'll show you one of the two. One's a dummy unit. This is a dummy unit. The paint scheme that's iffy is the lack of lines in the front. It came like that from the manufacturer, so unfortunately that's what it is. It's an older model that I quite enjoy. It was a new old stock that I found at a train show, which I'm very happy with. Just they messed up a few things on the paint scheme, which were easy things to do. So I'm happy, but disappointed at the same time. So those would be my engines to run. Do you have anything? Yeah, Jim, I do not have any promises on that one. Technically, it wasn't in the flat car. I think it was in the gondola that it fell, and then I put it on the flat car afterwards. But no promises on that one because that was a what a moment. I do have some spot that it could happen, but not sure it would. So, Tweetsy, in the engines I showed you, do you have one that you want to see? F40PH, I'm right on that. As soon as the F7 comes back around, I'll take it off the track and I'll put the F40 with the passenger cars. Afterwards, we're going to run some cars on the slot car while the train runs. I also have a list of cars that I can show you, and I'm going to get Jim to choose the car afterward, but I'm just going to change the trains first, otherwise it's going to take too long until anything runs. So, no, I'm not pulling the freight stuff with the F40. Don't worry about that. Alright, so... Oh, there's a runaway car. Alright. I'll put this aside here with this one, so I have my engines close and my enemies closer, and put my freight cars there. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I counting this? And the last one. There you go. And the passenger cars that go with the... Oh boy, this one's going to be harder to take. This one's the first one, and the seat are this way. Second. Let's move it forward a bit. You'll probably, well, I don't know if you'll notice, but I'm letting you know so that you actually look for it. I upgraded the light on this engine. It's those Walters train line, which had those old incandescent bulb, which really don't light up much. I put a warm white LED in it because I like when my trains really, they have bright lights, even though most of them are unrealistic because it also shines in the cab. I really like the added presence of a good LED in the train. So there you go. We're gonna have the F40 run with the Burlington Northern. Now, Jim, what makes you think I'm still watching? The fact you're answering to my messages, Jim, means you're still watching. I'm going to give you a few options. I'm not going to run everything right away, and the trucks don't run because they don't have the space under the bridge to go through. But for a car, I have an old 280Z with headlights, actually. I have a Supra, a red Supra, Mark IV. I have two Mitsubishi Eclipse, one red and white, and one blue with gray stripes. Right here. And also, so this is the track I need to put it on. I have the Skyline that you may or may not have seen earlier, white and black. And I also have, I could run my Mustang GT, well, it's a GT350 or my Ford GT, but those go too fast and they're hard to see on camera. but I could if you really want me to. 280Z definitely awesome. This one's going to be nice with the headlights. So I'm going to move the Skyline out of the way and put the Z on. So I'm going to show you a bit better the car. It's a plain blue 280Z from Auto World with those pancake motor. And I added a few, well, two headlights. I drilled out the holes for the headlights and put two LEDs in the back. It's really bright. When I'm in the dark, it shines the whole layout, so it's quite nice. Oh, hey Russ. What scale is your slot car, Kevin? This is all HO scale. Technically, while it is called HO scale, the slot cars are 1/64th, so they don't fit the scale of the model trains. But as another slot car guy posted online, which is slot cars and model trains, his channel. Just a second, my computer locked up. Slot cars and model trains pointed out the trucks, which currently I can't run because I don't have enough space under the bridge, is to scale. And he said about to scaled. I compared to an actual model that is to scale, and the trailers are actually the right size. They're shorties, but there are short trailers. What there isn't, but the height and width is actually to scale, so that's quite nice. The reason for that is the trucks are running on the same chassis as the cars, so they had to make them smaller for the chassis to be right with the car chassis. But otherwise, it looks right to me. And we've all put Hot Wheels on our layouts and said, well, it's close enough, and these are the same size as Hot Wheels, so that's how I view it. The lanes look correct. The cars are fun to drive. I think they're really fun to drive, and the cars are detailed enough. And I've seen quite a few people do what they call Hot Wheels conversions, which they remove the stock body from the car and they drill out the underneath of a Hot Wheel, and they make an adapter, either 3D print it or build it from scratch. And with that, they run their Hot Wheels on a slot car track. The only thing is you need to find Hot Wheels with the correct wheel spacing to fit on the chassis, but it works. It's been done multiple times and it looks really sweet. Or I've seen other people build fully custom chassis for their Hot Wheels, which also works, but works much better with a 3D printer, which I don't have yet, but I do want later. I'm probably going to start with the apparently complicated one, which is resin. I really want to do a lot of N-scale buildings and details, which works much better with resin. Oh, hey Dave. How are you? Sorry I didn't see you in the chat. I was gone with my usual ramblings. I didn't see your latest video yet, but I've heard you've mentioned me because you found what I sent you the money for. Congratulations. Can't wait to see it. And I know it's on me. It's already online, but I'm glad you did. Since you just arrived after Russ is gonna choose the next engine on the track that's gonna replace the Burlington Northern engine, and maybe I'm gonna change the cars depending on which one it is. And you're gonna choose the next car I'm gonna run. But for now, let's see Russ decide the next engine and or full train for the inside loop. Russ, who's that? Russ rocking O and HO train stuff. The one who doesn't agree with my N scale. The guy who thinks it sucks but still comes here. So I have some. Yeah, so Russ, that's exactly it. A little big but close. These 1/64 car are exactly that, a little bit but close. I know S scale, which is a beautiful but very rare scale, would be perfect for these cars, but I do with what I have, and I'm happy with my current train. So, And like I said, it's really nice. So Russ, you're the one who's gonna choose the next engine. Also, if you guys see the light blink on the car, that's just me letting off the throttle so I can make the curve. If I don't let it off half the time, I will crash. So even if it's just for a moment, that is just enough braking for to make the curve. So that's all right. So yeah, well, you're gonna feel that for most of my slot cars, Dave. I add lights to them since LEDs don't take enough power to make a speed difference, but they do improve the visibility of the car while you drive it, especially when the lighting is not perfect in your in your basement. They are they are quite nice to add in. I just think it looks neat. This one is the headlights that I added. Most of my other cars, it's underglow light, which makes it more like the Fast and Furious. But I I do like those movies. But yeah, so that's that's why it feels like you're watching Tron. Also, I know it's a little laggy, but if you guys want to let me know what you think of the uh, above, like not head, what's the name for well, bird's eye view camera, uh, uh, which is in the corner right above me. What if you like it? If you ignore the lag, which it's unfortunate, but that camera sucks. When I do get webcams that make sense, which I think Dave, you have the Nexigo, um, like $30 Nexigo. I'm probably gonna jump on those as well because they look great for what you do. Um, well, I'm gonna. Uh, okay, I thought you said something else. Um, if you guys do like it, I'm probably gonna have that view when I add actual webcams. So, since Russ didn't choose a train, Dave, you have the option to either choose a train or choose a car for the slot car. Oops. Choose the Mustang. Now you're gonna feel like Tron if you choose the Mustang, Dave. I can list you the cars if you're not sure, or the trains, because I know I don't have a picture or video of the list of everything I have, and I'm aware I'm gonna have to remind people because of that. I'm okay with it. I'm quite happy with my collection, so showing them is not really a oh hi Colleen, not really a problem. So 280Z, that's the one I'm currently running, so I guess I'm not changing car, Russ. Um, so, Colleen, to introduce you to the channel, well, I know you know the channel, but introduce you to the live stream, I did an upgrade on my layout. It's now 4 feet by 10 feet instead of 6, and it's now holding on its own with actual legs. It has more track, obviously, which is just an extended loop for the outer loop, the inner loop as well slightly extended, and it has a much longer slot car track, which I'm quite enjoying. And that's why I made my stream about HO tonight, not because I didn't want to do some N-scale stuff, but because I didn't make any progress on the N-scale stuff, but I did a lot on the HO scale stuff. So, thank you, Colleen. I know you were discovering slot cars last week. This is what I was, Toyota Supra. No problem, Russ, I will. So I'll run the red one. That's one of the few I didn't put lights yet, the red Supra. I'm gonna just change them around. So Supra here, and go. If it's not visible enough, let me know, guys. I'll find something else, or I technically have another Supra that has lights. It just doesn't run as well. So yeah, uh, I wanted to show in this stream what I can do with slot car with a bigger track than last week. Last week I built one on screen which was rough. Let's just put it that way. I was rushing it, trying to make it work, and it was barely working because I was rushing it. This time the track is clean, as you can see. It's a lot bigger because it takes a lot more space. I have a full it does a full 360 degrees, then another 180 degrees, so a 540 here, so I can slide my car around. There's a few S-bends, there's wider, tighter curves, there's a long straight, so it's quite fun and exciting for me as a person who drives. I tried to get good angles. It's okay, I guess. Um, it's not the best, but the webcams aren't the best either, so that does not help with the view. I Now that I'm seeing that I'm quite enjoying live streams, if not more than doing regular videos, I'm most likely going to just go ahead and upgrade my webcams. Oops. And do, oops, my screen locked for a second. I'm most likely going to do a lot more live stream and upgrade webcams instead of upgrading camera stuff like filming equipment, which I didn't have. I just had a phone, and this is just cheap webcams. Let's be honest. The first thing I'm gonna buy for my channel will be webcams, which I'm excited about, and I'm gonna put multiple around the layout, just like Dave does. Quite honestly, it's it's gonna be it's gonna be heavily inspired on his end, but the difference is I'm gonna do like some other channel does, which is run slot cars with my trains. Um, this is what I like to do, and when I'm not doing the live stream and I'm working on the layout, it's gonna be building scenery around it and more bench work. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's a good size now. Okay. Yep, I do agree, but I really want to do an L shape because, as fun as this is, just turning one way, like just a train turning one way, not my thing. And I could do a simple figure eight on this, but doing an L shape will allow me to have not only more space but also more uh, more curves in every direction. I want to do basically a folded figure eight for one of the loop, not the other one, and do actually one of the two loops, but not both, just one. An incline, like a incline and decline, was going to be probably 3%. I know 2% would be better, 4% would be quicker. I think it's a good in between. I don't plan on running long trains, and heavy engines could climb 3% pretty easily, especially if it's a 4-car passenger train, which are not heavy. So that. Uh, but yeah, I really want the L shape, but I might not do the rest of the bench work right now because lumber is expensive, and I really want running trains with better laid track than easy track. So I might start doing the section of bench work that's done, like the track there, and then see what happens. All right, so I feel like I missed something. Yeah, Jim, you're not wrong, but also not right. It's not a car system, and if I try to run multiple cars on a single lane, they'll just hit each other. So it's a partial car system. But this one's more interactive because I get to race them and crash them myself. I'm not gonna let the system do it for me. I'm gonna do it myself. Unfortunately, this is not the final the track for the slot cars because the trucks don't fit in it. I have a crossing for slot cars that I will use. One track will be just for cars, one will be for both cars and trucks, and they'll cross each other. I'll only have one running at this time to avoid accident when I'm not looking, but when I am looking, I'm going to have both running and racing one, with the other one just running around. Just to have a bit more exciting, quite frankly. But this is making me quite happy for now. So I see that Jack's here. Hello, Jack. And also that Jersey Bill is here. So hello, Jersey Bill. Welcome to the channel. For those who aren't usually here, and well, welcome back to those who are here usually. Um, yeah, all the usual troublemakers. I wouldn't call them suspects. I would call them troublemakers are here. So Dave, I don't think you said a train to run because they took the car. So for the train, you have multiple options. I have this Burlington Northern B37 30-7. I have the pair of E units with a passenger train behind. I have an SD40, but that one would be the outer loop, and it's the inner loop that we're taking off. And I have a CN GP9 like yours, which you asked me last time. I can do it again, or I can take a different one. And that's pretty much it for now for engines to run tonight. I limited amount, but CPE unit, please. No problem. We'll have 2 passenger trains now. That's going to be actually sweet. All right, so give me a minute so I can swap it. All right, it's going to sound weird, but the CPE unit, no matter, even though it's so big and has really long passenger cars, it somehow prefers the inner loop with 18-inch radius. I cannot explain to you why. It just runs better on that one. So I'm not going against it. I'm letting it run on 18-inch radius, and I'm enjoying the train to the fullest because, you know, I don't buy trains I don't enjoy looking at. I don't think anyone does. So this is off. This one goes here, and the caboose, which is quite important. So first E unit. I still haven't added the weight in them. I didn't even order them. I thought I did, and I didn't even. So that's on me. It was supposed to be done last week, and it's still not done. Congratulations, Kevin. You played yourself. On the plus side, I have a nice size layout now, so technically I didn't slag that much. And I wasn't even home half the time, so during the weekend. Alright, so let's put the passenger cars behind. My favorite one, the Dome park car. By far my favorite. The sleeper car. My order is, I'm pretty picky with the order. Not that it has to be this way, or not even that it's the correct way. It's just the order I saw the Ocean run when I was younger. And since then, I just ran with that order for my own stuff. It starts with the luggage, well, the baggage car, then coach. If I do the full one, it would be 2 or 3 coach, depending on how busy, with a dome car, a restaurant car, another dome car for the middle, then some sleeper cars, multiple different ones. Starts with the bunk bed ones, and then it goes to the cabs, and then it ends with that dome car, that end dome car. As you guys can see, both of my trains don't have all the cars to do that. Passenger cars are expensive, and the ones I want sometimes are quite hard to find, so I'm just happy with what I have currently. Speaking of stuff that I have currently, I don't have, you have as well. I saw, Dave, that your Atlantic Coastline stuff that you got, the passenger cars, are the new generation Walters Mainline for Walters Mainline passenger cars. I'm glad you have them and you love them because those are actually my favorite. The fact that they're truck-mounted couplers makes them much easier to use them about everywhere. I just realized my dome might not fit underneath. And does it fit? Barely, but it does. Nice. This one, yes, it does. Yeah, so, derailment though. Derailment. Why did it derail? I don't know, but that's okay. If it does frequently, then I'll check it out, but otherwise it might be just a fluke. So yeah, I'm glad you love it, because I think they're one of my favorites, and I'm glad to see that it's not just the luck on my side, that they're just great, the new cars. All right, so uh, so I just had okay, so it decided to be a troublemaker tonight. I'll see why later. It might be actually the dome hitting something. It might be hitting the guardrails here. We'll just remove them and see if that fixes it. There you go. All right, let's see if that fixes it. So let's look at the chat again. So because I've been not the best at this. All right, so is Corky? Yeah. So Corky is not in my dungeon. I don't hire anyone yet. Again, I'm not popular enough to have moderators. He's just throwing you, Dave, some. He's trying to negotiate something, but I'm not part of this, so I'll let you deal with him. He's not under my wing or in my dungeon. If he eats your your ants now, that's not on me. Yep, it must have been the guardrail because now it's fine. So Russ is working for trains. Nice, good. I hope you enjoy it, but I heard it's really rough and it's not that enjoyable. So I hope your job is not that bad. Nice, Jim. I know you don't work. I found out that what Bud car is today, and that it runs in Northern Ontario. Yep, there's a few Bud cars. Well, Bud technically is a company that made. Oh, it derailed again. So it wasn't derailing. What the hell? Why is it complicated? I'm not getting into this, guys. Technically, you could say that I'm the one in the dungeon right now because I'm in the basement and it's an unfinished basement. Bud is the company that made those. The one you think of, it's the RDC. Oh, I know this. It's a self-powered car, but technically my passenger cars are all also Bud cars. They're the stainless steel, not rugged exterior, but they're the stainless steel Bud cars. It's the company that made them. Hey, hi Kevin, Lucky Kevin. Glad to see you here. Sorry I wasn't paying attention to you. I'm going through my my chat as I go because I always go on rants and tangents that have nothing to do with the stream or barely. Like this. Corky is an orphan. I'm not. Corky has a master, and it's Dave. They're in his dungeon, and they're dealing with him. That's where it's gonna be. So, but I still don't know why that car is derailing now on my Switch. Switch's fine. The rail joiners are correct. Is it touching anywhere? I'm gonna investigate this a bit, and then I'm gonna resume the slot car racing, because I really want to run those cars. They're really nice, and Dave requested them, so I must. So, not derail, not derail, not derail. Hits the switch and does a clicky sound, so it probably doesn't like the switch. But I mean, I only have that switch. It was fine the other day. Why is it not fine today? I've done so many lives that way and it hasn't been an issue. Why is it today? Truck's correct, everything's correct. Anyways. So, I guess I'm gonna see if this bothers the car. If it doesn't, I'm gonna put back the railing on the bridge. Yeah, pure luck. I don't know if it was luck that it was running or bad luck that it's not running. I did technically change something, but it's not the switch itself, it's the track prior to the switch that changed. It used to be a 22-inch radius, now it's an 18-inch, but those cars go on tighter than 18. And that truck, the one that derails, isn't even the truck that has a coupler, it's just loose in the back, so it's got a loose rear end. Coupler trip pins, they are horn hooks, but that truck, they're all truck mounted, and that truck doesn't have any coupler at all because it would hit everything in the back of the train. So it's purely a truck without anything, and the front, which has a horn hook, is not hitting. So I really don't know. I guess it's the stream luck, you could say. Because I'm on a stream, it has to go. Everything that could go wrong will go wrong. So we're just gonna run the Supra and hope it doesn't derail. And if it does, I might do a purge or a cleanup or whatever. So I'm quite enjoying these cars. Slot cars are really fun. And like Jim said earlier, yeah, Corky's fault. No, there's no Corky's any part on this layout. I don't want to see Corky's parts on my layout. And that's going to go in the quote channel, of course. But yeah, as Jim said earlier, this is my car system, which is in a car system, and it's quite enjoyable. And as opposed to someone that's currently watching, mine's working right now. Some people are stuck in the planning phase, which sometimes you just gotta go and do it, right? You just gotta start somewhere. All right, so technically the VRL has been running the longest, but I really don't feel like removing it because it just looks nice. The Supra is sliding around, which is quite fun, but doesn't have any lights. So I guess the Supra is gonna change. The cam you're... Oh, yeah, you are correct. Thank you, Jack. Technically, you guys don't really want to see me, but, you know, why is it freezing again? It's not the same camera as the other time that was frozen, so I am not sure why it did this time. Let's try to... I'm starting to think that it's my laptop. J'entends rien, Jamy. Texte-moi, s'il vous plaît. Ok. Oh, sure. Yes, please. Sorry. So, let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, but the color is bad. Let's put it back to... Yep, that's the one. Alright, so now it's back. So, back to the video now that it's fixed. Since Jack's the one who fixed my camera, well, told me about the camera, he's gonna be the one choosing the next car running. So for the next car, I'm gonna, I don't know if you remember my list, just let me know if you need the list to know which car to choose from. But if you don't already know what you want, I can tell you the ones I have, but you're going to choose the next car running. The next car I'm going to race. You have no idea. Alright, so we ran the Supra and the 280Z. I have a Nissan Skyline R34. Oops, this way. I have two Miatas, one green, one blue one. They're slower but quite fun. I'll show you the green one, and the blue one's just a pale blue instead of green. Skyline, perfect. Well, that was an easy choice. Nice. And it runs great too, so that's going to be fun. Alright. Oh, and I said that and I crashed. As usual, that's... Oh, don't fall off, please. Go back in the track. Come on, do your thing. There you go. There you go. Let's put back the advanced technology. Jersey Bill, I do not have a Corvette yet. Actually, somehow I didn't buy one from AFX. I really wanted one, but I wanted the Riptide Blue one, which was hard to find, and then I found one, and then I didn't buy it, and I'm not sure it's still available. If it isn't, it might be too expensive because it's out of production. So as you might see, it's just the white blur in certain cameras. This one has underglow lights, one in the front, one in the back. It's both for looks. In person, you can really see it well. I'll actually stop it near a camera and just hold it to show. Like this. You can see the front and the back. But it also helps figure out where your car is. and they're not all the same colors for LEDs, meaning that if you're racing someone else with LEDs but it's a different color, it's easier to spot as well. And when you're racing in the dark, it's quite nice. So that's the one. That's why it looks like Dave said, Tron or a blur. It's because that's what I have. So I actually quite enjoy adding the lights. Now I'm at the point where I add some little connectors, so I don't have to. If I remove the shell, I don't have to desolder stuff or have 10 feet of cables with inside the shell. Come on, you were working right just earlier when I was testing everything. There you go. Just keep on scooting. There you go. Quite an enjoyable car, actually. One of my favorite, for the shell anyways, with the underglow. Also, the perk is if something happens to the motor, I can just remove the shell, disconnect the lights, solder a new connector on the new body, and just put it on and keep enjoying the car. Even though the shell is the one that breaks the most. We don't talk about that. Like this. Alright, so... I guess... I don't want to remove the VIA because I really like it. But the E units are right. Alright, so next person, you should have... unfortunately, these are old webcams that I recycled, so these are not able to do 60 FPS. Like I said earlier, the first thing I'm going to actually buy for my YouTube channel is going to be some webcams to be able to stream at much nicer frame rate and picture quality. I was testing the waters of if I like streaming, and it turns out I do a lot. Dave was right when he was talking about live streaming, how it's actually quite nice and quite fun. So yes, unfortunately I cannot right now, but I will later when I get new cameras. Jim, do you clean the rails on the slot car track? Yes and no. When you use the cars enough, no, you don't need, because the brushes, which is not an actual brush, it's the metal pads, they're, because this is friction and not rolling like a train, they clean themselves up. There's multiple debates online on how you should clean these when you need to, because it's so bad that you can't even run a car to clean itself up. These, when that happens, some people use sandpaper, some people use a nickel. I've actually used a rail cleaner, like those Pico Eraser track cleaner. They work very well, but depending on the track, if there's any design like paint on them, it will rub it off as well, so that's quite sad, but sandpaper will do that as well, even worse. Nickel doesn't, because it's a flat piece of metal that just runs above the metal rails on the track, so that's quite nice. So that would be it for the answer. So yes, I do sometimes clean it, but most of the time I just run the cars, and when they struggle in a spot, I just floor it before and let it clean itself, and after a few laps, it just goes through and it's fine. So that's usually what I do. So, I actually didn't pick anyone for the next train. Is there someone who wants to see something specific? And that person will choose which train's getting off, if it's the E or the F40. If anyone puts anything on, my girlfriend has texted me asking for food, so I will definitely answer. Yes, a small one, if it isn't too late. Alright. Alright, so, do you have an SD40-2? Yes, I do. Oh, I don't know if it's a dash 2, I think it is. It's this one. People usually go with the grill. I think it's a dash 2. So, this one needs to run on the outer loop. So, I will be taking off the F40. Alright, so when the F40 comes back around, I'll put this one on. This, yeah, this requires a lot more power to go. Actually, so it might not go super fast, but that's okay. We're not racing the trains, we're just running them for fun. I put my passenger cars and engines in the middle down there because there's actually a wooden wall on each side, and the last thing I want is my passenger cars to run away and fall on the floor and break. We've seen what happens when they fall, and we have all paid the gravity tax, and I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. And yeah, so putting them inside the train table is about as safe as it's gonna get for these cars. So that's what I'm doing. That's why it takes a little longer, but I'll take the extra time if it means it's extra safe. So for freight behind it, I do have a caboose, but the coupler is finicky, so I don't know if I'll be able to run it a lot. That way. Let's see what I can pull behind it. Let's put these two cars. This one, a CN 50-foot box car. Then a BC Rail 50-foot box car. Nice. They're quite nice together. Then I'm gonna put. Oh, that's. I'm gonna put some grain. Not grain, but covered hoppers. I have a few, not a lot, but a few, and I'll use them. Oh, coupler's not great, but it's gonna do the job. I'm gonna put this with the caboose right away. Since both have not great couplers, let's hope. Oh, I don't want them. Let's hope that together they somehow lock each other together. All right, so this actually could work. Let's put this one and then the CP one like this. And the CP's over there. Let's put. Which one I could put? Which one? I'm gonna put the. Sorry if it's taking me a while. I'm just creating a train, and my camera froze again. Did the other freeze? Nope, just mine. All right. At least I know. Yep. There you go. It should be back. Right. So let's put this tank car in the middle. Even though it has some broken detail, I still really like it. So whatever. Let's just pretend that it's made this way. That might be an issue. The couplers are quite high on this one. Is it this one that's high or the other one that's low? Let's compare. I do not have a coupler height gauge yet. Keyword yet. It will be purchased at one point later down the line, just not today. A few things to buy before that happens. And okay, so it's that coupler specifically that's high. Good to know. Good to know. I won't run it in that case. I'll run my two gondolas and my center beam. So this one, that one, and the center beam. Actually, I'll put these here. Like this. Where's the center? Right there. Quite love these center beams. I've seen a lot of them throughout my entire life, and they just look great. Alright, so let's pull forward and off to the races, which is not a race. Alright, so this one has blue headlights. I was running out of warm white LEDs, and I'll probably change it later, but for now it's stalled. So that's not great. Let's see if I can move it with this, or if I need to. Oh, come on. Don't be like this, please. No. Don't do me dirty. Alright, so if it's probably gonna stall again, when it does, I'll go play with the track over there. It's not glued or... It froze again? What the hell? I'll put it at lower color quality just in case it's gonna help. Let's try this. Alright, so, as I was saying, if it bogs down over there again, I know the track's clean, but some of the joiners aren't perfectly settled in because it's not permanently attached. I'm gonna go there and try to fix it later if it still does, which probably will. Once that is done, then I'll be able to race some cars again. That is juice, YouTube. That is just juice. Alright, so for the race car, right now the skyline is sideways there. Let's bring it back and do quite a few more laps. So I know, Bill, you said yeah, it froze again. You said you wanted a Corvette. I know that's a GM and Ford is a competitor, but the next car, I do have two Fords, and I have a GM car. I don't even know where it is. Okay, I have a Camaro SS 2021, Ford GT 350 2021, and a Ford GT third gen. I'm not sure the year of the model. You'll be able to pick the car afterwards. I'll just go trying to fix the rail so that the train doesn't bog every time it gets there. Alright. Found on road dead. I see that we have a lot of Ford fans here. And it's over there, of course. I'll wait for the train to go by. Come on. Move along. Nope, wrong. Alright, so I took the Camaro out later for Jim, but because Jim's name is not Bill, I will do the Ford GT first. This is the Ford GT, the newer model with number 16 paint scheme. I just thought it was quite nice looking, and because this one has the lowest body and the lowest center of gravity, it is my fastest car in the fleet. And for those who don't know, probably nobody does, the train froze again, at least not my camera, but come on train. This is the Camaro. I know it's just a plain yellow Camaro with a black hood. It's a ZL1 model, so it's still quite nice, but it doesn't handle as well as the Ford GT because it's a much higher center of gravity. Not of the gravity. There you go. Track connections fixed for temporary time. Alright, so let's do the Ford GT, Ford Jersey build. Oh, I forgot the skyline on the track. That's on me. Put it here. This is what I meant by these are much faster. and might be hard to see. It's just a blur going by. Yeah, no, the scale speed is not realistic in this one. And this is me not stepping on it. Like, I'm barely putting any throttle in these cars. It can go much faster than this. I don't think even at 60 FPS you could see it properly on a camera. It really zooms by. It's hard to follow in person. That is why I usually... oops, now it's reversing. That's why I usually don't prefer those cars on stream. The Ford GT350 and the Camaro, because they're that fast. Everything else is much slower. They're really fun when you're racing with someone. They're just not as well, but they're not fun to watch on stream. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate the compliment, but at the same time, I know you're just instigating stuff, so I'll let Dave defend himself. Shelby would be proud. I mean, Shelby would be proud of how fast these cars are going for sure, but unfortunately they're not to scale. I'll put the GT350 to show you, which I quite like the design. I'm not a Ford guy, but these 2021 were quite good looking for, and this one's the beaten up body. It flew against a few walls, but it works great, and yeah, it just looked good. I have a spare body for this one. AFX doesn't do warranty or sells the body alone, but when I contacted them, they did an exception. So don't go blasting them for free ones, but it was nice of them to help me with that. So yep. Unfortunately, I'll give a run for the Camaro for Jim, and it doesn't go as fast as the Ford GT, but it's pretty damn close. I just need to slow down for certain curves because it's a heavier top, but it's quite fast as well. Then there's I'll give a few laps to the Ford GT350, and we'll see how it goes. The GT350 does have lights, but it's still pretty quick. I actually could take out the nice body, not to swap, but to show the details on it. It has a license plate, a wing, and a nicer front lip. This one's really beaten up. Oh, it's stuck on the crossover. That happens, and that's the driver's fault. And that's also the driver's fault when it crashes in a curve. Alright, so let's put the GT350 for the few Ford fans here that don't actually exist. Alright. See you soon, Bill. This one runs much smoother. I did change the pinion and the axle gear. I changed the full back rear axle, but put back the stock rims. I added the lights for visibility. The nice body has a license plate and a wing, as I said earlier, with the lights in. But it's just like the other two cars earlier, they run much faster. So this is the... It's fun when you're racing someone, but for live streams they're not as good for that reason. So I'm gonna run this for a little longer. Now someone who hasn't chosen a train yet is gonna choose what's gonna replace the E units with the passenger cars. Does anyone want to choose a train here tonight? Nope. My bad. So, has anyone said anything for trains? Nope. Okay. If no one chooses, I might choose something else on my own. BN unit, perfect. I'm gonna run the one that hasn't ran yet. After I land on, actually I landed on a car again. I'm gonna run this one this time. This one, I don't even think I ran it. I know no one asked for it for sure, but I don't know if I ran it with someone. So when the E unit comes back around, I will change it to the BN unit. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a few more laps, and I'm gonna swap to another car after. Oh boy, I crashed and made another car fly away. Nice. Alright, so let's change. Let's not put that on the track. I'll forget it is there. Let's change the passenger train here. So this one goes here. This one goes there as well. For safety reasons. Wow, an hour already has passed. Nice. I'll probably run for another hour, maybe a little less. We'll see how everything goes. So far, it's been going better than I expected, considering it's a live stream, which has more problem than when I just run it by myself. But it's a live stream. That's what happens at every live stream. So that's actually not that bad. All right, so let's put my passenger train away. I'm almost done. And that one's safe. Alright, so let's run the Burlington Northern unit that hasn't ran yet tonight. Quite a lovely unit. I don't think many people care for these units usually. Oh, the guardrail. Okay, it's back in. Not here. Alright. I don't see many people requesting them, but I like these stubby nose. Alright, so what am I pulling other than the caboose? Because that's an obvious. Since it's the inside loop, I'm limited on certain things, but not a lot of things. I might take some cars off the other train and put something else. So the Soo Line car for sure. I'll run this Burlington Northern car. Oops. Let's make sure the live stream doesn't go bad, or I don't freeze again, which, no I didn't. Nice. Ew. Please latch. There you go. I'll run this gondola, because why not? A flat car in the caboose, I guess. Short train, but it's the inside loop, so I don't have, oh, the other way around. I have that car I could put on. I don't run it much, if at all. Right, it's gonna run much faster. This and so I said the caboose. There you go. The order doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. It's fine. It's for fun. You don't have to make sense to enjoy this. I'm running quite fast, but I'll fix it when we change the SD40. Alright. Oh, thank you. Well, actually, thank you very much, Russ. I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying not to be too rambly, but also keep the stream going. I know last week I said I would add music to this week. I didn't. I focused on working on the train and slot car track. And also I did some camera angle upgrades. While it's just the angle, not the actual camera, I still think it's an upgrade because it seems that you can see a good amount of the layout for with what I have. And what am I was about to say? Oh, right, the slot car. And I do think that if I enjoy what I'm doing, it's going to be easier for you guys to enjoy, which is why I do what I like, which is run both trains and slot cars. Um, if if it works, then I'm glad. I do intend to continue doing so, and I think the fact that I do have, while small compared to many, still a good amount of people coming back to the channel to watch my streams or some of my videos means I'm doing something right, and I'll just keep doing it. If it works and I grow to a bigger channel, great. If I don't, well, at least we're enjoying it. We're enjoying each other's company and time, and I quite like it. So the live stream provides a virtual table at Tim Hortons to sit around talking about trains. My favorite part of it. Quite nice, quite well put. I tried to be as active as possible in the chat. I'm not the best because I often go on rambling or something goes wrong on the table, as you probably can see. Um, I do like the discussion aspect of it as well. I was supposed to have a guest this week on the live stream. Again, just like the music thing, I focused on the train table instead of focusing on upgrading the live stream stuff, which that's on me. I cannot blame anyone else, which there's no way I could blame anyone else regardless because I'm the only one running the channel. Uh, but that's part of the that's that's part of life, I guess. You choose what you want to work on, and this week was the table for my trains, which I'm quite happy with the result. And yeah, so what I'm not happy is how that Mustang's been performing. I guess you guys were right about fix everything. What did you say, Jim, about Ford? Fix. Where is it? Where is it? I had it right there. Of course, I can't find it now. I'm looking for it. Fix or repair daily. Yeah, that's pretty. Yep, Colleen, you're right. So yes, uh, Mac Ungle, Makunji. I am so bad at reading this. Is it an I or an L? It's an I. Makunji, rail painter. Hello. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you. I was again rambling, but yes, I'm quite happy with this. Uh, I'm glad you are finding it enjoyable, Russ, because slot cars isn't really popular anymore at all, and I think they're quite fun. The the dozens of us for people who watched who who watch Arrested Development will understand the reference when I say there's dozens of us. The dozens of us that enjoy slot cars are quite fond of them, which sounds weird, but is. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up for that one. I think. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I've destroyed everything. So, yeah, that Ford's getting retired for the night. It's done enough trouble, and I'm gonna go fix what I messed up. I'll be right back, people. And you can keep typing in the chat. I will come back and read it again because I'm bad and I need to do that every time, anyways. So, Jim, you're right. They did, but not as much as model trains. Bigger scales of slot cars, like the 143 that Russ is running, or the 132 and 124, that there is have a digital command, just like trains with DCC. HO didn't. It's still basically the same track with different connector to make you buy new tracks, unfortunately, when you don't have the adapter, which is rare or non-existent depending on which track you're thinking of before. Uh, yeah, lots and not. I mean, there is quite a few, but not as much as I'd wish. And again, it's the algorithm. It gives you what you're watching, and since I'm mostly watching either real car content or model trains, I do see a few slot car channel, but not as many. But there is, I've seen a guy who, so coming back to the digital stuff, there is just not in HO scale. The digital stuff has lane changing for at certain spot where you can command it. There's nicer lights that aren't dependent to the throttle you're putting into and everything, but HO scale doesn't get it, doesn't have it yet. There's a few guys out there actually trying to retrofit the bigger scale stuff into the HO scale cars, which is nice, but I would just go back to the Tyco US1 stuff. That worked great and was just simple. And it would make a nice city or car setup, which I liked. I don't like to breathe, Jim. That's overrated. Don't worry about that. Uh, but yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. But also, I'm having fun with what I have. Like I said, I'm adding lights. I started working right before I moved, and I stopped, and I didn't go back on a lap counter that had a lap timer integrated. I know there's a phone app for this, but I want a physical device that does it, that you can just plop on top of your track if you want to. It just feels more like a complete setup instead of plopping your phone on top of it. And there are solutions out there already existing, but I want to create my own for the fun of creating. So there's that. So back to the table, I guess. I'm going to pick the next car, which is going to be my little blue Eclipse with the gray design on the side. And I'm going to let a viewer choose the next engine is going to replace the CN SD40-2. And that person's going to be Colleen, because she hasn't requested anything, I don't think, in any live stream she's been on. So let's see what you'd like to see, Colleen. I do have a CN GP9M like Dave's, with some painted details like Dave, inspired from him, that I haven't ran yet. I have a GP40 from Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, with a caboose that I could run. If we run the CN, we'll just leave the current caboose. I could also run, again, something that's already ran, like the F7 unit from CP Rail. It's really up to you. And just the passenger train, while I do love my Via Rail stuff, I mean, I could run the Via Rail, the CN for you, perfect. As soon as that one comes back, I'll swap to the other CN. If Dave's still here, you'll be happy to see it run. I know he likes it. He, just like me, he really loves those little train line engines. And one thing that I've done, which I will credit my girlfriend for this. Thank you, Corky. I did some yellow on the stairs. I really don't know if you can see it, but I did paint the edge of the stairs yellow. My girlfriend has an incredible eye when it comes to color matching, and she color matched the yellow of the fake reflective strip on it. You don't have to do it at all, but I appreciate that you've done it. If you really want me to, I can put you a moderator. I don't even know how, but I'll figure it out to put you as moderator if I have the option to. But I will not feed you any more than Dave does, so good luck with that. But yeah, so my girlfriend, as I was saying, my girlfriend color matched the paint, which I'm really, really, really happy with, and it's all hers. Yeah, I painted it, but if she didn't color match it, it would have been completely off, and I wouldn't have enjoyed it. So, props to her for that. She's an artist who is very talented with the brush and the coloring of stuff. So let's run the slot card. So this Eclipse, I had been wanting. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a moderator. I just don't even know if I can yet because I don't think I have enough, uh, what is it called, privileges on YouTube since I'm not big enough. About every privilege on YouTube starts at 500 subscribers, which I'm not at yet. I've been growing. These live streams have helped a lot, but I'm not there yet. Oh, she's in the chat. Nice. She's the artiste. Yeah, my English pronunciation is about as good as that. Russ, thank you, Russ. Let's um, let's before we Jim, don't you dare say anything more. I know what you're thinking. I'm not letting you say it. We'll talk later. But yes, props to her. And yes, that is actually her in the chat, which I'm quite happy with, to see her here. I know she's always there to watch and encourage, but I wanted to give her the shout out because she deserves it. And yes, I do agree with you, Colleen. It's incredibly hard to do proper paint match, and I'm quite happy that she can. I'll have Corky become a moderator just to make sure you don't say anything, Jim. But yeah, so that's why I really enjoy that engine. And I think it made it more special that she helped with the paint because it's a collaborative work to have it nice like this. I enjoy working on my train, but working with someone and having someone do collaborative work with is always more rewarding and makes it more special. So I'm quite happy with it. But I'm taking full credit for the lighting system on my slot cars because that's all me. And I do enjoy that as well. Jim, come on. She works at a school, everyone, just to make it clear. Jim, come on. Oh man, of course he had to say something. I will be talking to you later. Oh. Oh God. Where is the car now? It's drifting everywhere. All right, so next car I have ban Jim. I'm not banning him, but he will be on the watch list. That's for sure. You need a moderator. Yeah, and you're not gonna be the one if you're the troublemaker. Just making sure. All right, so Jim will not choose this next car. That's for sure. Do we let Jenny actually? Let's make my girlfriend choose the next car. I have 2 Miatas left. I have another Eclipse with the red one, and I feel like I had more than that running. But did I run it already? Most of them. I have the old Jag, the white and green one, but that one's, yeah, he's laughing the, yeah, yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. There's an old Jag, white and green, but that one runs rough because it's older than me, which Jimmy is a key. So Jenny, choose a car. I usually like the Miatas, so I'm expecting you to pick a Miata. Unfortunately, the trucks cannot run before you pick a truck. The clearance under the bridge doesn't. Definitely one of the Miatas. All right, so green or blue? I'll just run the blue one because people haven't seen it yet, so I'll show it then. So these are the little Miatas. These are the old Tyco Miatas. They don't make them like this. They don't make them anymore. They have a figurine in there, but because of the motor inside, you can't see it on camera, but they're all squished above. It's a design from to look when you're looking from the side, but not great from the top. So these slide around a lot. Their magnet is really not strong, but it's quite a little fun car to drive, just like a real Miata. actually. Which one of my friend got one recently, and he got it last week, and he had to call the towing this week for it. So the Miata experience. All right, so come on over the crossover. There you go. All right. Got some Tokyo. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. Technically, the set that started the slot car stuff on my table is called Tokyo Midnight, and Tokyo Midnight Underground Racing, and it has the 280Z we saw earlier, and this Supra, which slides around quite a bit. It's a lot of drifting, but it's quite enjoyable to do. But it's pretty slow, and now it's flipped upside reverse, and it doesn't run well in reverse. Let's see if I can bring it here. Yes, I could. No way. And I did a J turn, and it's now drifting. No way. All right. So yeah, quite a lot of drifting going on, but quite enjoyable actually. It's like those slower cars, not just the Miatas, but most of my slower cars are the same principle of many of the slower fun cars to drive, where it's more fun to drive a slow car fast and a fast car slow, which these are. There's more technique to it, and you can just have fun with it, even though you're not actually doing the best time in the world or going the fastest. So, but yeah, some Tokyo drifting going on for sure, and I'm quite enjoying it. Oh, so what time is it? Oh, it's almost 10 for me, 9 for Eastern, for probably half of you guys actually. And I'm bad at driving these cars apparently, and I'm not gonna blame anything else but the driver. Oh, whoa, off track. And that's why I chose to stick with a magnet, because now I can grip the magnet. And now that's just me being dad. I almost fell off my chair. That would have been an event on the stream. Oh man. That would have been quite a mess to see me fall and pull everything down with my wired headphones. Chitty chitty bang. Yeah, that's what these cars do for us. Almost 6 p.m. there. Nice. So, I was thinking, since I started at 8:30 on my time, so 4:30 your time, I was thinking till 6:30 your time, so 10:30 my time where I live. So that would be, I think, a good run, a 2-hour stream again. It seems to go well, not be too long, so I run out of stuff to say, but long enough to be an entertainment for the night, right? It takes the night, and like Dave says a lot, and now that I do stream, there's some prep going on before and after, so my whole night is taken by the stream, so that makes it. Oh, hello, having a good time? How are you tonight? Welcome to the stream. Since you're the new one here, you're going to choose the next car to run on the slot car track. I don't know if you're interested at all in slot cars, but I hope you will be after this. What I have left to run, because I ran quite a few cars already, I could run another one later, but let's just do something that I haven't done. I have this little Eclipse, and I have a Supra that slides a lot. It's a paint job of Top Secret, but it's not actually a Top Secret car. And I technically have an old Jag, but it runs really rough, so I could put it, but I would prefer not to. It's the one in the corner over there. So, you have some Tyco cars. Nice. Yeah. So the Miata that was running right there, and the other one I could offer, I just didn't think you would, is also one of the Tyco cars I have, and the Jag is a Tyco. I'll take it off the track to bring here. Uh, let's let's flip it to its side so I can grip the magnet. There you go. So this Jag was technically a gift from my uncle. Well, not technically. It is a gift from my uncle. That was the first car he let me use on his slot car when I was a kid, and I fell in love with it. I always liked white and green paint schemes in general, and he he gave it to me recently when he saw my interest pick up again in slot cars, and he also gave me the wing separately because I broke it. He glued it back, and I broke it again quite a few times. So I got the wing, I glued it back, and I've been a lot more careful now that I'm an adult. Not now that it's mine. Even when it was his, I was still careful as an adult, but it's just a little more rough on the edges, being quite an older model. Uh, but it's quite a nice car. And yes, I added the lights to this one as well. That was the first one I added lights to. Oh, there you go. I don't know why I used my head for this, but it's okay. Come on. Like I said, it runs rougher, but it works. That would be... Gold car looks cool. Did it come with the set? Yes, that actually... I'll take off the Jag and I'll show you the gold car. It's a Toyota Supra from the Tokyo Midnight Underground Racing set from Auto World. It's, like I said, it's the same paint scheme as the top Secret Supra, but it's not for copyright reasons. That's the trick usually. Good night, Jag. It was nice to see you here. So yeah, I quite enjoy that car, but it slides a lot. I can put that one if you want. I'll put it. It's yeah, it slides a lot. I need to get a hold of. That's the real Tokyo drifter, as you can see. Oh no, not there. Oh, I have to get up now because that's the one spot with the. I'll move the truck so I can move it again with the stick from now on. It's the one spot you guys can't see, of course. She'd be fine. Oh, what? And did my camera freeze? No, it didn't. All right. So let's keep going, and the car should work now. Yep, it does. And that's on me. That's a driver issue. I really need to get a handle on this car because it is entirely a driver issue. Yeah, those are the extraction cars. Apparently, Auto World came out with a new extraction chassis, which is a clone of the AFX chassis with a can motor instead of the pancake motors. I'm excited because those usually just work better and are simpler to work on when something goes wrong. But I did enjoy the slower speed and the less grippy magnets to run them like this, because for these nights, like streaming nights or just me driving alone, it's more skill based and less speed, because going fast is fun, but unfortunately it gets boring quick. Technique is where it's at when you really learn to make your car handle properly. So that's usually how I go about. So since you weren't there, I'm going to show you the other cars I have from both Auto World and AFX, but for the stream I'll probably keep. I ran a few at AFX earlier and they're too fast for the cameras, so we'll probably keep it to. Come on, Kevin, you can do better than this. All right, keep it to Auto World cars. So you saw the gold Supra from Auto World. I have, like I said, I have two Eclipse. I have this red one, red and white with the red LEDs, and this, oh, that's a Supra. What am I doing? And this blue and gray one with blue LEDs for underglow. I put underglow on almost all of them just because I like them. You saw the red Supra by accident, not because I didn't want to show it, simply because I wasn't the time to pick it up. It looks orange on this camera, but it's actually red. A beautiful red. This is one of those car from Loves, those special edition. It's the same Supra as the other one for the shell, but it's a special edition color. I have a Mustang GT350, the orange and white one. I have the Ford GT number 16, red and gold. I have a Camaro SS ZL1, yellow and black. I have my personal favorite for the looks, the GTR R34 with white underglow, and this 280Z from Datsun with actual headlights. I added the headlights. This is the other car from the set, the Outer World set. Do I have the box near for the set? No, it's far away. But I still have the box for this. The trucks on the track right now are working. The only reason I'm not running them, as I said earlier, I don't have the clearance in between the pieces, underneath the bridges where the track goes over. I could make it clearance, but it takes so much height, and I just wanted a fun track to run right now, so that's why it's not running right now. I have the Love set by a family member went on a trip to the States and found a Loves with the set there, which is this one in the tank car that you can't see on the stream, unfortunately. And there's also, I also have the Mayflower truck from Pro Tinker Toys. They had a sale a while back, and I couldn't hold myself from getting it when I got the sale. And I have a dump truck from Tyco. Actually works great, and dual pickup system on it to make sure it doesn't run out of power. So that one's as stable as it gets. I don't have one yet. I've been meaning to do one for months now. A few people actually asked me on this. I'm gonna do a quick display on what I did on this one, but I will do an actual video. I need. I never personally use a Tyco US1 trucking. I've seen quite a few videos of it. I never encountered any equipment for sale used where I am for the Tyco US1, and eBay's way too overpriced for this. So for the lights, I solder on the underneath the positive and negative, and I add a little solderless connector in the middle there, and then I just wire 2 LEDs and 1 resistor. So it's a 1500 ohms resistor and 2 regular 3mm LEDs that I put in the chassis, in the body, all in series, and those run parallel to the motor. So while it takes, I don't know, 0.1 amp or something, really negligible amount of power, it doesn't affect the motor speed, so it still handles just like it would without it. The only thing you need to be careful is when you solder, you really need to do a flat solder joint at the bottom, because otherwise it'll rub on the track, which you don't want. And you also need to be quick, or you will warp the chassis. But these work pretty well for me, and like I said, to me, I really enjoy how it looks when it runs, especially with the 3mm LEDs I've been adding recently. I started with some 5mm LEDs, and they were too big. And I also started with not putting connectors, so that was a pain every time I opened the car up. So that's 2 things fixed, and I opened them more than I expected to, because I'm always trying to optimize them and make them run better, which often doesn't do anything. I just like to think I did something right. But yeah, so that's the setup. I will do an actual video on how to do this, but when, I don't know. I really am focused on building my layout currently. but this is what it looks like when it runs with the underglow. I'll get it at an angle closer and just show you. This one, the blue is pretty, it's pretty dark for a blue, which looks great in person, but it's not, it doesn't shine as much. The Skyline has a white set of LEDs, and that one is really bright. I'll show you. So it's easier to see. So the track itself, it's all auto world. I know AFX does slightly higher quality, but I actually been quite lucky, if not luckier, with the auto world stuff so far. It works just great for me. And the cars, it's a mix of AFX, auto world, and Tyco. I actually have more auto worlds than anything, simply because I prefer the bodies they have. I'm really a big fan of those Japanese 90s cars. So the next ones will be the RX-7s, and also in the I think it's a 70s car. They're harder to find on eBay, but there's a Datsun truck and a Datsun 510 little car. I want both really bad, but I want specific color schemes, so they're harder to find. But those are also those are the future buys for slot cars, but I don't know when. Again, budget's going to somewhere else right now. But yeah, so why am I running this Skyline? I just wanted to show. Oh, the headlights. This one has. You see how bright it is from the camera. Those are added lights for myself. By myself, I had to drill out the holes in the body to get the headlights fixed there, and I had to tuck them weirdly behind the front wheels, otherwise it would rub. So that's what I did. Again, I will make an actual video someday. I don't know when. I have a video I haven't edited that it's been over a month old, and it's from a gift from Dave, and I feel bad because I haven't showed it, and nor did I use said gift yet because it's more complicated than just a train to put on track, but that's for something else. Sorry, Dave, for that. I still am very appreciative of the gift, and whenever I get to that part of my layout, I will use it. I just am not there yet. All right, well, have fun, Jersey Bill. It was nice having you around, and it's only 20 minutes left, so it's not too bad. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good night. All right, so for cars left, we ran the Supra. There's only like one Miata run left, but I can run another car back. If you guys want to see a specific car to run that is not an AFX, so not any of the Fords or the Camaro, let me know, and I will run that car. As you can see, I'm enjoying running about every single car on my list, so I have no issue with any choice you guys make. Oh my god, those cars are fun to drive. Oops, I slid around. No, I haven't seen any car. Like I said, if any one of you guys want to see a specific car, I can put the list up because it's not quite obvious to see. I'm going to put them, that camera can capture this section better. Yep, I'm going to put them there. I'm going to move those freight cars away and put the cars here. So, Skyline, Supra Gold, Supra. Oh, the train decided to bug out on me right now. Miata 2, Miata Blue, the 280Z, Eclipse Blue, Eclipse Red. So if anyone picks a car, I'll run it for sure. So I'm gonna make sure this doesn't hit. Also, I'm gonna swap a train. I'm gonna put. Which one am I going to? No, I'm not gonna swap the trains yet. They both are currently running pretty good, so I don't want to swap that Burlington Northern unit, and that CN, while quite nice, has not been around for as long. So, currently it's 4 by 10, but it's not fully extended to the back. I haven't. I'm not done building the top of the table. Okay, so the CN's having difficulty. I'm gonna change it. I'm not done building that end of the table, the back end, but that's because I also want to redo my train tracks. These easy track are not staying. These are just for now. So also the slot car track is going to change because of the actual track, and it will extend. It's going to do an L shape and extend that way another 6 feet easily. It's going to be a 10 by 10 L shape, but for now it's 4 by 10, which is quite big and quite enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. It's just since I have the space to do an L shape, I'm going to start right and do the proper shape, the proper size. So Russ, do you have any Z28 Camaro, Kevin? No, unfortunately, I really don't have any much North American cars, as you probably could see. The only American cars are the three AFX, which is the two fours and um, the ZL1 Camaro, but those are going too fast for the stream. I can do a few laps again, but they're hard to see when you do the stream. I'll go grab the engine that's unfortunately bugged out, and I'll be right back. All right, so now that I'm back, uh, I'm not gonna swap the engine yet because the track was the issue, not the engine. And I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask Russ to choose another car from the list if he wants to. If he doesn't want to, he can just say pass, and I'll find someone else to find a car. But I I like racing them, but I don't wanna. I want you guys to choose some cars. Oh, it bugged again, and I know it's the track. I'll go fix the trainer. Um, I want you guys to pick the car to feel like you're participating in this. It's not a me show. It's an us having fun. This in Skyline, I will do. I will fix the train and probably swap the engine, and do the Skyline right after. I'm gonna wait and see to make sure the train goes through. Actually, I can run a lap or two on the Skyline. It's fast enough to do that. To to do a lap or two before the train stalls. And it stalled again. So, oh, the car stalled as well. What? Alright, so now the car's back. I'll go grab the engine and swap it for probably the CP units. And I'll turn on the fan. this. I don't know if you guys can see me or hear me, but if you can, nice. If not, well, I'll pretend like you do. This swaps. Alright. Nice, you guys could see me and hear me. Good. Well, that's always a good thing. Or not. You can read my thought. Yeah, sure. What am I thinking, Jim? No, you couldn't. Haha. 5 seconds delay. Alright, so let's run the trains again. I still haven't fixed the LED in that engine. I need to. I'm the one who installed it and I was too lazy to solder to it. Alright, so... But I'm full of crap. No, actually, that's not what I was... While that is true, that's not what I was thinking when I said... when Oh, I forgot about the caboose, and the caboose has been struck by a smooth criminal or a smooth engine. Let's face it, the F units were pretty smooth. But that's okay, it's the CP rail unit saying, hey, I don't run CN, get off that caboose. Get that caboose off of my track. Which makes sense. You guys are quite something. Yeah, well, there's a part of it that's being a bad driver. The other part is yeah, no, it's just me being a bad driver. There's no other excuse. There's a few dirty spots on the track, but if I would drive it good, it would just go through it. So I can't really blame the track for that one. Or if I did, it's still operator error because I'm the one who didn't properly clean the track. So, you know. Alright, so. And there's a few spots, it's not dirty. I'm the one who lets off the throttle, otherwise I would fly out. Which, while sometimes it's entertaining, especially when it falls on a car, most of the time the goal is to stay on track. I have done quite a few laps so far. The Skyline does handle pretty great by itself, so that's pretty good. And that's another reason why it stops is operator error. Again, I'm trying to read the chat and I can't do both at the same time, so. So I'm currently using the AutoWorld controller. It took me a while to get a hang of it. I still think the trigger style controllers are better. but I've been uh, I've been getting used to it pretty good. But basically they're not on and off switch because they do go faster if you press more. But it starts from the off switch to the first level of power. There's such a big jump compared to the trigger style controllers. They they're basically on off switch, so that's why I'm always on and off the throttle. And you see the light turn off. It's because there's no less power setting. It's just you're going too fast, or you're not giving it power for the curve, which is unfortunate, but that's the case. But as you can see, I've been getting used to it pretty good. I do want a set of controllers, but it's not a priority because I can use those, right? They work, they're just not the best. There's a lot more things I want to do before buying controllers. But if I do find a set for cheap somewhere, I'm picking them up. That's also for sure. I'll probably just go with the AFX one, not the fancy stuff. For my cars, no. It's soldered straight to the motor and the track power. Um, but for the train stuff, I will when I buy some decoders. I finally have a DCC controller for my single DCC engine that has not been out tonight and will not be because I need to take off both and swap everything. But I quite enjoy DCC now that I have it, and I really want to use it more. Since the track's not properly laid, there's some voltage issues. It's not proper power everywhere, and since I have to not redo, but swap everything around, I don't have an easy switch for DC to DCC because nothing's permanent yet. I didn't take it out tonight. So since there's 5 minutes left, I'm not going to change anything else on the layout in terms, maybe the car, but that's it. I'd like for you guys, since you guys are very much recurring viewer, and I'm very happy that you guys are. I hope you guys are enjoying my stream, which I hope you did, since you're saying. Please leave a comment on what you'd like to see in the next stream. Do you want me to go back and run trains in my N scale stuff, even if I don't do any progress? Do you want me to do more of this, the slot car racing? Do you want just trains in HO scale? Do you want me to attempt something different, like building something on camera, which I refuse to because I know I'll mess it up, and I have very questionable methods on how I do most of my stuff. But I'll be off camera a third of the time going to pick up my stuff to work, my tools. But I could try to do it. I'm not doing bench work, that's for damn sure. So what? Yeah. Leave a comment. Enlight install video. I mean, I could do it on stream. The unfortunate truth is you won't see anything properly because I don't have a good camera for this. My phone films so much better, and last time I tried to use my phone as a camera, which does work, it kept freezing off and you won't see much. So I could try to do one, but I really think I should just do a proper video on that one. But if there's enough people asking, which is 2 or more, I will do one. I want to see the N scale. Do you run? Okay, so sorry, Russ. I will just do a regular video. I will do the N scale next week, no problem. I do have one, but I haven't ran it since I moved because I don't know if it'll run well on my current track. It's not as level and as smooth as the old track I had, the upper level. I would probably need to work on the track if I wanted to run the Shinkansen. I think that's how you pronounce it, the Japanese bullet train. Thank you, Russ. I will first of all need to hit 500 subscribers to be able to. But I am not doing this for the money. I'm doing this um, to share the hobby. Seeing the N scale as well. So that's 2 votes, not the majority, but close to. So I will do for sure N scale next week. I will run most of it. I'll take out the Japanese bullet train. If I can't do 2 consecutive lap with it, it won't stay on the track. That's all. I'll show it. That's for sure. I think it's an amazing model. Kato did an incredible job on it. It's right there. It's on my shelf. I'll go grab it. I actually go grab it before the end of the stream just to show. Corky votes for what makes my life harder. Well, putting the bullet train on my N scale stuff will win that vote. So that's 3 votes for N scale stuff. So most of you probably have seen it on my videos already, but this set, the Kato bullet train, is just beautiful. It works amazing on proper tracks, which mine are a lot more rough. They're realistic for Canadian freight stuff, that's for sure. But it's not great for nice nice Japanese rolling stock like this. They actually couple by the vestibules, I think they're called. What's between the cars? They're held really close. You always see a vestibule in it in between, which makes it more realistic. No N scale. I will do N scale, Russ. I'm sorry, but the majority has spoken N scale stuff next week. They have lights on both the front and the back, which are both the red and white for the tail and the front. And since they're LEDs, it was easy for Kato to do it. It's not even me. That's from Kato. To have the directional lighting work. So that, I think it's an amazing model, but I really have to work on my N scale track stuff, but I don't know how I can integrate a proper loop for this yet. So I will take it out. I will try to run it next week when I do the N scale stuff, but I don't know if it's going to be successful, and if it is, good. If it isn't, I don't have any better plan to make that one run for the current N scale layout. I also will show a glimpse of my 2x4 that's still there, and it's functional. It's nice. It's just not used. It's my show layout that I bring. I'll don't worry, Russ. I will put my webcams very up close so you'll be able to see them as if they're HO. The funny thing about N scale stuff, every time I have a few family members are into model trains, but not N scale. They've been doing HO scale for years and years and years. And when I send them pictures of what I do, most of them have a hard time believing. Not hard time believing. That's not the correct word, but they always forget that it's N scale because I take up close shots, and N scale now is as detailed, if not more, than HO scale was 20, 25, 30 years ago, right? When they started doing model stuff. So for that reason, I'll set up my cameras as if I was taking pictures for them, so Russ will be able to see. I do like those Katos, even though the only one I have is a UP. Well, I think everyone who has a Kato, whatever you pronounce it, loves them. I haven't seen... the few people I've heard complain were usually just bad lucky and got a bad unit, but Kato so far to me has been... I haven't needed to contact their support actually, so I can't say they've been good to me on that side. But every single Kato engine I've had that has been going great, and if I had issue, it was user error. It's that simple. Even the used stuff I get is running like new and works great. Both HO and N scale, without that's just regardless of the scale. And the Kato Unitrack is widely loved by N scalers and seems to be getting good reviews for the few HO scale people adopting it slowly but surely. So quite quite happy with my stuff. I have quite a few Atlas, but the old ones the new ones are actual Atlases, but the old ones are actually Kato's rebranded by Atlas. So those are also great for that exact reason. But yeah, so it is 10:35 at my times. We're 5 minutes over. I'm not minding. I'm gonna wish you guys a good night. And for those of you who are on Dave's Discord, I will be joining very soon. Colleen, you should film it and put it on YouTube. I'm excited to hear that you got your first set. I know you will love it. And yeah, well, N scale stuff is pretty small, so it feels like a baby, and everything's cute. I do have to agree. I just keep looking back at in my yard. I currently have a short set, and it's quite beautiful. It's just a GP40-2W engine, CN caboose, and a gondola, but it just looks good. Is that all I play against? Okay, so yeah, having good time. Those lifelike tracks were not the best. Atlas Snaptrack works great, and Kato Unitrack is as good as it's gonna get. So, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for the compliments. See you again next week. I'm gonna try to keep the Mainline Monday live stream going, and I will. And everyone, take care as well. Have a good one.